Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Méchet, where we've moved forward to July and we have harvest time again. We have our crops already. Anyway, let me just do a brief run through. The months since the last episode, all we had was one field of grass that was ready, the field of grass down there. We cut it and baled it as silage, so it's in the shed, stored. It should be nearly fermented by now, because we're going to start making our TMR in the mixer now, because we've exhausted what was in the mixing plant is exhausted, so we're going to start using the mixing wagon. So we're in July. We have quite a few fields that are ready, so we've quite a bit of work to do. We have our, I think this is this wheat or barley here, I can't remember. Why is there no crop in that field? Okay, we'll take the opportunity then to use that field to put our header on. There's nothing in it. No, that's unusual. Field was left completely idle. Anyway, yeah, we're here in July. A couple of decisions have been made in between episodes regards what way to proceed. We have our grapes. Our grapes, there won't be much happening with the grapes at the moment. Let's just jump into the field overview. So, if we look, all our grass fields are ready. Our oats are ready. What else we got? We got our oats. We got our spring barley, which is this field I think we're at. And we got our winter wheat. So we've 3 fields to harvest. Then we've all our grass work, which I will work through. Might keep you in for a little bit of it, but we've done it all. It's the paddock fields, if you know what I mean, where all the animals are. So we've done it so many times before. Yeah, decisions made in between episodes. I did clear the yield pattern of the precision farming is coming back up again. 89% yield we're getting off this field. Not a great field, but it's okay. Yeah, I did make a decision. What we're going to do is all the product we have, I've sold some of them off already, because we had a load of stuff at the big dairy we bought. We wool. We had other stuff that was building up, and I'm not going to build it up and sell it at peak price anymore. I'm just going to sell it when we have it at the end of the month or whatever. That's why we're going up to 179,000, because we sold off. Now, we still have our Movan Tom cheese, our aged goat cheese. There's loads of stuff we still have to sell this month. I just want to get stuck into the harvest first, rather than doing a sell-off. I'll do the sell-off probably down in the town. Trying to debate, we have loads of flour at the mill now, of course, because the mill, we had all the product we moved from the snail farm silo and that down. That's all being processed into flour. I was trying to debate whether to do bread, buy the bakery and do bread. I don't know whether I want to start doing loads of productions. Happy enough just to work away on the grapes and that, the stuff that is not run of the mill, if you know what I mean. That's slightly different. What I discovered too was, I was looking at, we need barrels to produce the grape juice, and in turn to produce them ourselves, we'd have to, number 1, a forestry plot again, number 2, the sawmill. Small sawmill it's called, and number 2, the small sawmill carpentry three. We'd have 2 sawmills, one to do the barrels and one to do, I'll get that after. Keep going back for the bits we're missing on the edge, but I'll get them when we're finished. Yeah, now we can buy the barrels in the store, and what you do when you buy the barrels, you get 1,000 pieces on a pallet. And the barrel for doing grapes, you only need 0.25, which means you only need, like, for buying 1,000 pieces on one pallet, which I don't know how much they are, but I know you can buy them there, gives you 4,000 barrels. So yeah, with that in mind, we're not going to. Is that wild boar? More than likely it is, yeah. We only need one to produce 4,000 barrels. So, yeah, I'm not going down the forestry route. We already done that to get the firewood and see how that worked. And we sold the plot back. I planted trees on it and everything, and it had kind of parked that. Couldn't get rid of the production, but it's just shut down. It's just sitting there. And I don't really want to do forestry. So, we're just going to work away with what we have. The main goal, I suppose, this year is the grapes, to see how they work out. Just to give it a trial and see how it works out. I kind of, in a way, having issues on the map with regards to production's been so rewarding, in that we started with the start farm, which included the farm down here and the farm up at the top. And that gave us such a boost starting off that I'm kind of thinking, you know what, it's a pity I didn't start with a more challenging scenario, let's say. But there again, I didn't want to. I wanted to see what was on the map and what worked. It's making me think that maybe I might, when the grapes are done, we might consider actually doing a restart and start from scratch with no land. Set amount of money to come in and buy land and buy a bit of equipment and just build up. The longhouses, as they're called, the dairies, can be bought for, I think it's about 63,000 or something like that. So we could actually buy a plot of land and actually build a farm from scratch with one, maybe two paddocks, one for cattle and one for sheep and goats, rather than having the big amount of space we have now for them and bringing in so much money. And we'll think about it. But for now, we'll just get on with the harvest. We'll get everything in that needs to be in. There's not many fields. There's the oats and the wheat after this. And then, of course, we have the straw to get off the field and that. And all the grass fields, I'll do them off camera. I might bring you in for a bit of it, but we've done so many before. I'm kind of going, do I even need to do them, because we've got so much feed. And yeah, we look after the animals. We did have new arrivals in the sheep and goats in both pastures. And we did we have new arrivals elsewhere? We didn't, no, not yet. But I run the excess animal mod, so when we have a new batch of, say, the pen down at the bottom that holds 120, I think it is, we get, I think they're staggered, so we get 60 babies. When we do, the babies are sold straight away. So we get a certain amount of money for them. And we don't totally lose out. They don't just disappear into thin air. So it does bring the money up ever so slowly. Now, if we were getting the whole lot at the one go, we'd get quite a substantial increase in income. And that's normal enough, because farmers do sell off lambs and do sell off newborn to other farmers and things like that. So there's nothing unusual about that. It just means you don't have to do it yourself. The game will actually do it using that mod. So we're going to get this grain all harvested. We're going to get down to the flour mill, and we're going to get producing more flour that we don't really need, because we actually have loads of flour down there. So probably just sell it off. As I said, I thought about buying the bakery, but I've done bread so many times that I really want another element that I have to keep running around and taking the product off it and selling it and all. Maybe not, but I'll have a think about it while I'm doing the rest of this field. And yeah, we'll see what we get off this field, and then we move on over to the wheat. And I can't remember where the oats are. Is it the oats that are beside us? Yeah, it is the oats. And our wheat is up there. Yeah, we have to get up to the other farm to do the wheat. So we're a little bit of running around, not much. And as I said, we're just kind of trying to eliminate the big build-up of product. It means the money will keep going up. And apart from getting rid of some of the sheep and the paddocks and things like that, we've no way of actually doing that. I am thinking maybe the sheep, because they're just producing wool. And yeah, we might just sell that off and just concentrate on other crops rather than, like, we done it to see how the paddock work and that. So I'll have a think about while I'm getting the harvest done, and yeah, I'll give you an update when I bring you back in. Can't believe the whole lot fitted in the combine, 7,630 litres, but it did. So I may just put this in the silo, although I'll put in the trailer. I don't know where the trailer is. Not even going to bother with that. Oh, it's on the back of the fence. That's okay. We can pull down here and pull the fence up alongside it. Hello. Yeah, can't remember what we got in that field the last time, but I'm sure it wasn't any more than we got now because everything was done. Oh, hook up the trailer would help. We need to get the stuff off that field and start getting rid of the manure. We've too much manure again. That's the other thing. It just, I think the silo, this is probably out of straw again. No, we've not much left in it. The food has been topped up. I've done all that just before we came forward. So we've 127 cows in here and we've offspring in a month. So what I'll do is I'll show you, if we've offspring in any of the other ones, I'll show you the excess animal mod in operation. Yeah, I think I might get rid of the sheep because all they're doing is producing wool that we're just selling. We're not doing anything else with it. Is there sunflowers coming on? This is our oat field, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'll work away, get the oats done, and then we have to get everything shipped up to the other farm then for the wheat up beside the snail farm. I thought about selling the fields up there and buying fields down here. I haven't fully decided on doing that. I'm kind of happy enough to travel around the map, to be honest with you. But having said that now, there's lots of opportunities to buy fields down here that would be closer to the main farm and closer to everything, and we'll see what way the direction we're going to take. We'll have a think about it anyway, but definitely I think we'll keep the goat pasture we have up over there. I think we'll sell off the sheep pasture we have down there, the sheep and the sheep pasture. We did, if we needed the wool for anything, yes, I'd say, let's keep it, but we're just selling the wool direct. So it was just to try out the pasture, see how they work and that. So maybe we'll do that, and we can purchase we don't need another grass field. I can't say we'll purchase another grass field, but I think we have enough. Mind you, we will be down a grass field when we get rid of that, but sure, however, we'll think about it. Oat field complete. What did we get? We're nearly there. Keep climbing. 13,410. That's alright. That'll do. More flour that we don't need. I'd like if we could use the grain to make feed meal for the cows as well. I don't know whether there's maps out there you can. Don't know where that Hofbergman is it? I don't know whether maybe you can do that on it. But I always remember where to leave my trailer. It's over here. At my friend's farm, we used to do they crush the barley and it would get mixed. The other thing they used to get was brewers, not brewer's yeast. Brewer's yeast is actually brew nuts. That's what it was. Because they used to drive into actually the centre of Dublin into Guinness's and fill a trailer with brewer's nuts. And that used to get fed. It was the waste product from the their brewing process. Not a long time ago, you never see tractors like that going into Guinness's anymore in Dublin. It was just, I remember, it was a great journey to make the odd time. I think I only done it twice. But it was just being the big tractor going through the middle of the city into Guinness is getting filled up and back out to the farm. So, anyway, gotta get this up to the top farm. I'm really thinking now the goats and the sheep pastures, the two of them away from everything are, they're for the, I'll say the chopping block, they're going to be sold. Now, I know it's shorter to go up the hill, but it's easier to go the long way because we're on a road and not over that bumpy track. So, we have that speed slow. Why have we speed on 14? Here we go. Yeah, I'm going to get this up, get started on the wheat, and I will get the oats down to the mill. I am thinking of consolidating the farm around the main farm and just concentrating on the cattle. That's been honest with you now. Thought has really entered my mind, and I think we'll just concentrate on the grapes and concentrate on the cattle farm. Winter wheat, decent enough field. Yield up here is pretty good. I think this is all loam. Didn't clear the yield. Hold on, let's do that. Let's go in and just clear that out. Should have done that at the start. Where are we on this one? Clear the yield map. There we go. That'll start to repopulate now as we harvest it. How much is this field worth anyway? We won't get it on that menu. 92. Just thinking if we do move back down. I kind of don't mind driving around the map. It's just a bit of a pain when you're collecting the straw. You have to bring the baler up, bale it up, collect it, bring it back, everything. But, it's part and parcel of farming anyway. Never really had an issue with driving around a map like this. It's different now, a 4X map I'm on along the Kiel Canal where it takes forever to get down to fields away from the farm, down south in the map and west in the map and north in the map. You're kind of locating the northeast of the map kind of a little bit, not quite north, but it just means every time you have to drive somewhere it takes a lot longer to get there, which I don't mind doing, but just when you have to transport so much equipment, it's okay going back. We go down the hill going back. It's just coming up the hill on the way over. Yeah. Just let the straw fall in the field. I don't think crop destruction. There you go. Destroyed some of your crop. I don't think we've anything else ready before the sorghum up here, so I might leave the combine up here, even though we don't own that farm anymore. Not like someone's going to come and give out to me. There's a field of canola already. Yeah, I'll check it now once I get onto this next headland. I can go in and check the field overview. I'm trying not to turn and dump the straw on the headland like I normally do. Don't back up any further. We'll get it anyway because we're baling it up. It's more for contract work. When they do contracts and you leave the straw and it's on the headland forever and a day unless you use the smoothing tool to get rid of it. Okay, field overview. Our sorghum is... Where are we? There we go. It's ready next month, yeah. So we leave the combine up here. There's no point moving it back down because it's the field the other side of the snail farm. Yeah, we're going to sell off the goats in this And I know it'll say you can't transfer the thing. I'll do the same thing I did before with the snail farm. I'll just use the power tools just to transfer the ownership and go sell off the sheep wherever they are. Can never find them. There they are as well. So we're going to get rid of these two pastures and the sheep and the goats from them. We'll keep the one up at the top. We'll just have goats. They produce enough milk for what we need. Not that we need it, like we're producing the aged goat cheese, which brings in a load of money as well, but we're just going to cut back on that and concentrate on the cattle, I think. So we'll concentrate on our cows producing milk and our beef cattle. And I'm going to have to go now and deliver the oats and get the fent up here with the trailer, because we almost have a full tank on the first headland. And with that, I will drop you out again until I bring you back in when we're finished here. We'll see where we get off the field. Curiosity got the better of me of these weeds in the grapes. I put the mulcher on the small tract I just brought up. I was actually on the way up to the field and I said, no, them weeds are annoying me now. And the mulcher does actually knock them down. Okay, we'll leave that there. We're not doing that now. Because I couldn't get the mulcher to work. Yeah, here we go. Oh, great work. Lovely. We have that to look forward to. Just when I was driving past, I just parked up and I said, I have the mulcher down on the farm. Let's see does it work. So it does on the grapes. So yeah, we have that to look forward to. All of that land there. A lot to be said for getting the Colossus one, setting it to 50 metres. Just drive down one. Nah, it's not allowed. So we have mulching on the grapes to do. It was just annoying me driving past. I looked at them earlier before I started the episode and said, why is it not telling me there's weeds and need to spray for weeds? And I was just curious, and I was just driving up the hill, coming up here to empty the combine. I said, maybe the mulcher will take them down, and there you go. Can't see, trees in the way. Yeah, just the oats are delivered down. We have a full spawn point of flour down there, so we'll sell that off as well after. We just get the grain in, and then we'll deal with that after. Yeah, combine's off. There we go. Back on. Okay, I'll get this field knocked out. And yeah, then we'll just get the straw baled up. I'm thinking of actually using a square baler. And just get the straw baled up with the square bales. It doesn't really matter. The only thing is I don't have a trailer to lift it, but we have the small low loader. It doesn't hold an awful lot, but look, we'll have a think about it. The last run on the winter barley, I just emptied into the trailer's full. I'm just hoping it'll fit in. It should do. We're on 83%. Yeah, we should get it in. And that's the harvesting done for this part. We're going to miss a bit. Of course we're going to miss a bit. Why not? I'm going to go back and get it now rather than turning around and coming all the way back up. Yeah, we're going to leave the harvester up here, but I'm going to have to go and empty the trailer and come back, empty the harvester, and that'll be all our harvesting done. We'll need to just bale up the straw and get off the field. I am considering selling the fields up here, and yeah, I've made my mind up about them two paddocks. We're going to do that once this is done. And the other thing I'm going to do today is get the grapes all mulched. I'm not going to keep you in for all of that because it's going to take a bit of time to get them done. And we park this over here. And switch it off. Get this back to the grain mill. I do wish there was something else I could do with it, but you know, it's the only option we really have on the map is to make flour from it. There's the other field, you can see it in the distance, you can see the farm down there. It's not that far away, that's why I don't know whether to, you know, I don't mind having the fields up here and maybe getting another one up here. The soil up here is better. Like, we'll have a quick look at the soil. Like it's loam. Whereas down here we do have some loam. And we loam here, and then looking at buying this field maybe. So, yeah, it just means we concentrate around the one area. I'm thinking in time I might get rid of the sheep farm up here as well. Haven't decided yet, because we lose our farmhouse if we do that. Not that we've used it. We've used it at the start to go in and see how everything functions. But if it was on the main farm, it might get more use. And I'm assuming that house can be bought. Let's check. Let's go into the menu and see. I'm assuming you can buy it. Construction. Farmhouse. That's it there, yeah, 135. So like that could be put on the main farm, which is just here. Like you could effectively just take part of that field and put it there. Which is the front and back. That's the front. Or that's the entrance, the garage. Like that would be the ideal place to put it, would be. You'd lose part of the field here, but you could put it a little driveway up to it maybe, looking now over the farm. Yeah. We have that option to consider doing that anyway, so I'm kinda looking to get out of sheep and goats. That's one way of looking at it. Just to concentrate on the cattle, but maybe not. Maybe, as I said, we just keep that one up there. I know it takes, about 2 minutes to drive up at the most, so it's not that far away. Okay, let me get this emptied and get back and get the rest of the stuff out of that combine and get it parked up until our sorghum harvest. Okay, just going to get the straw baled up and get it off the fields. All the grain is in the mill, the combine's parked up. And yeah, we kind of got through that fairly swiftly. Didn't take too long. We have nothing ready now until, is it 2 months or is there stuff ready next month? Let's jump in and check. Apart from the grass, we've nothing ready. No, our sorghum is next month and that's it. And then our silage maize is not for another 3 months. And sunflowers and soybeans are 4 months for the sunflowers, 3 months for the soybeans. So we've not a lot to do moving forward. Next month will just be the soybeans. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to get the baling done. I'm going to get the bales in off the field. Need to just check on the animals and that, although I think we're going to be getting rid of them, but that'll be not happening in this episode because there's a bit of work involved in that. It's going to just make the episode way too long. And yeah, we're just going to kind of tidy up around the yard now once we get this done. Have thought about, we could easily put the house down here, as I showed you. We could put it in where the repair building is. The cement factory I put down, that's gone. We're just going to buy the products in the store and just get the shop built. Same way we buy the barrels when we need them. We need to get the weeding done, of course, on the mulching done on the grapes. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this done, get them off the field. And yeah, I'll bring you back. I'm going to make a start on that. Grape weeding, mulching, whatever you want to call it. And I think we'll probably call it for the episode there. But the next one is going to be busy. I made a decision on all the products we have, we're going to sell them off and we're going to repay the loan. Because we can kind of just let that go along as it is. And we could do it just getting rid of it. We don't need it. Honestly, we could have paid it off already, but we've spent the money on fields, so probably just get that off the books, out of the way. There's 400,000 left on it, I think. I'll jump in here now and just check. 44481. So 444,810 something. Don't mind the small change. And of course I'll probably throw the Fiat on here doing the mulching. We're out the door with straw. Out the door with bales. We have everything we need for feed moving forward for quite some time. I don't think we're going to have any issues on feed. We weren't having issues on the 2 pens anyway with the goats and the sheep. The 2 extra ones, because every time we cut the grass there, we were taking loads of it away. We were making hay. We were taking loads of it away even when we filled up the racks on the field with the 75,000. So what I'm going to do, another reason I want to keep the sheep as well there is I think, and the goats until next month, I think they are due to have offspring. So we'll wait until that happens if it is next month. If not, we'll sell them off. Okay, this will be pretty straightforward, getting the baling done. We've done so many times. Getting them picked up and in the barn. Straw's all baled up. We got 35 bales in total. So we're just going to get them off the field. I have the mulcher over here already on the face, ready to go. We got these up. There's not many here. The most are up at the top farm, but I think we'll get them all on the trailer in one go, which is good. Nice 6 on this field. Because we got stubble destruction on this, I'm wondering if that's what's affecting the mulching, where you don't get a full mulch. Quite possibly. Right, let's start this guy off. Off you go. Do your job. Now let's see. Now start in the headland. Check the map. Yeah, you're doing the whole lot. Maybe it wasn't. It was. I was having problems in Cibacovo, or not Cibacovo. Wallace Aberesca, where the stubble destruction, you weren't getting a mulch state. But here it doesn't seem to affect it, and I kind of thought that because I hadn't highlighted any time I checked it hadn't been shown that there was. Why does that look different? Maybe it's a different wrap. Yeah, it must have been 2 types of wrap in the wrapper. I thought it would just look the same. I have to buy some more anyway. Yeah, just going to get the straw in and get the mulching done on these fields, and yeah, we've the weeding to do. I'll jump onto that once I have the straw in, and I kind of just use the worker to do the mulching, and that's going to be it, kind of. Like I'm calling it weeding, and the grapes was not. It's actually mulching what's on the base soil just to get it out of there, just to tidy it up, make it look a bit better. So we're just going to do that, and yeah. The next episode we will deal with the pens, we'll deal with all the product and paying off what we can off the loan, and whatever else comes up. We're going to still be in July. Might just be on the second day, although we'll keep going. The weather's okay, we'll stay in the same day. Okay, I'm going to get these in, collect the other ones, and I will see you over at the grape farm. Okay, I'm on the grape farm. This is going to take quite a while to do. The thing is, the working speed is 20 kilometers an hour. I had to set the cruise control on 10 because you can't control it. It's just too fast. So, yeah, it's going to take a little bit of time to do. But you can see the difference. It just looks cleaner. I assume it'll affect the yield if I don't do it, so I'm trying not to mulch the grass around it. Yeah, the lock is not great. Drop it down, here we go. Yeah, I had to set it at 10. If I put it on the working speed 20, you just can't control it. Be a different thing going down the longer lines. You can probably drive that bit quicker, but going down these shorter lines, definitely not. It's because you're kind of all over the place instead of going a straight line. It's a shame it's not slightly wider, but then it will catch. So I kind of understand this. It was the same in Farmsim Mobile 23. You had to kind of do 2 passes if you wanted to get rid of them all. This is not a job for me. I hate leaving ones missed. I have to get them all. Yeah. If you did 20, we're on 9 now. If you're going along at 20 now, I'm holding the trigger. It's only doing 12 going up the hill, but when you're doing 20, which it was on, it was just, I just couldn't keep it in a straight line. You'd hit a post, then you were missing loads. Oh, not looking for a worker, stop. Workers won't do it anyway. See, it won't be so bad when you're doing a straight or run. I'll bring that up. See what I mean? You run into something. Ah. We're on 12. Yeah, on the long runs it's going to be okay. It's just messing about on them short little ones. And of course catching the fence doesn't help. Need to do the outside of that one. Yeah, grapes take quite a bit of care. I assumed this would affect the yield if I didn't do it, so with that in mind, that's the only reason. Anyway, episode number 26 on Méchet. We're done. Round about the length I want to keep them around 30 minutes thereabouts, a little bit over, and try and shorten them down. I was doing really long episodes, so happy enough where we are on this one. Yeah, quite a bit to do when we come back. We're going to deal with our animals. I'm kind of thinking there's my wages payment now for the guy doing the mulching. He should be nearly finished that field anyway. Gonna sort out the goat and sheep pen. We're gonna get rid of them. But what I need to do, I can sell off the stuff and just leave them as a bare field. take the money that way, or I think the pasture itself is only worth $5,000. It's not like you're going to get an awful lot of money out of it. You're not. It's just the field itself. I can just transfer it over and then just pay myself the money into the bank, like I did with the snail farm, just to leave it looking like a pasture. Although, you know what, it might look better as a field without a trough in it and nothing in it. It'd be handy if it was like the other one, and if you signed it over, there was animals left in it. You know, that might be worth looking at, leaving 10 sheep in it and sign it over and see does it stay as a sheep pasture. I might give that a go. Anyway, episode 26, done and dusted from the Méchet. Thanks a million for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and leave a comment. So until next time, all that's left for me to do is say goodbye for now. Until then, bye bye.